Have you ever noticed how your perspective on life changes as you grow older? The things that once seemed crucial, like maintaining a wide social circle or keeping up with social obligations, start to feel less important. As you enter your later years, you may begin to realize that true happiness doesn't come from the number of friends you have, but from the quality of your own life. In fact, after the age of 70, friendships may not be as necessary as they once were. That might sound surprising at first, but when you take a closer look, you'll see why prioritizing your own well-being and embracing independence can be one of the best decisions you ever make. As we age, our priorities shift. In younger years, friendships often revolve around fitting in, seeking approval, and maintaining social status. We spend time nurturing relationships, attending gatherings, and making an effort to be part of a group. But as the years pass, many people start to see things differently. The need for external validation fades, and the pressure to maintain superficial connections lessens. Instead, what becomes truly valuable is inner peace, personal fulfillment, and the ability to live life on your own terms, without unnecessary expectations or obligations. This doesn't mean that you should cut yourself off from the world or embrace loneliness. On the contrary, this is about choosing quality over quantity. It's about realizing that not all friendships are beneficial, and that some may even drain your energy instead of adding value to your life. When you free yourself from the pressure of maintaining relationships that no longer serve you, you gain something even more precious: time for yourself, for your passions, and for the things that genuinely bring you joy. In this discussion, we'll explore why friendships after 70 aren't as essential as they once were, and how stepping away from certain social expectations can actually lead to a more peaceful, fulfilling life. By the end, you might just see aging in a completely new light, one where independence and self-contentment take center stage. Now let's begin. 1. No need to prove yourself. The value of being yourself after 70. When we are young, we often get caught up in the cycle of proving ourselves. We strive to build our careers, establish our reputations, and assert our value in society. We participate in numerous activities, expand our social circles, and seek recognition to solidify our place in the world. However, after turning 70, these once important pursuits gradually lose their significance. The pressure to prove ourselves fades, and we realize that true value does not lie in how others perceive us, but in our own sense of contentment and fulfillment. At this stage of life, many people come to understand that they no longer need to maintain relationships just to gain recognition or respect. In our younger years, we may have felt the need to fit into certain social groups, attend gatherings we didn't truly enjoy, or strive for approval simply to avoid feeling left out. But after 70 years of life experience, we gain the wisdom to see that our worth is not defined by the number of friends we have or how others judge us. What truly matters is that we feel at peace with the life we have chosen. When there is no longer a need to prove ourselves, we feel a sense of relief and freedom. Instead of constantly trying to please others, we can focus on doing what genuinely brings us joy. It could be as simple as enjoying a quiet morning with a cup of tea, reading a favorite book, or tending to a small garden. Life becomes simpler, yet more meaningful. Moreover, without the burden of proving ourselves, we no longer need to maintain superficial relationships that drain our energy. Some friendships may have been essential in the past, but over time they may become distant or less relevant, and that is perfectly okay. We have the right to choose connections that bring us happiness and comfort, rather than forcing ourselves to hold on to relationships out of fear of loneliness. After 70, what truly matters is not how others see us, but how satisfied we are with our own lives. There's no need to prove anything to anyone. Letting go of that pressure and embracing who we are, without seeking validation, is the most valuable freedom of all. Peace is more important than socializing after 70. In our younger years, social interaction plays a crucial role in shaping our lives. We build friendships, establish professional connections, and engage in countless social activities. We attend gatherings, parties, and meetings, believing that maintaining an active social life is essential for happiness and success. However, as we reach the age of 70 and beyond, our perspective shifts. we begin to realize that true happiness does not come from constant socializing, but from the peace and tranquility we create within ourselves. At this stage of life, the need for frequent social interactions gradually decreases. Instead of large gatherings filled with noise and endless conversations, we start to appreciate the beauty of solitude. Sitting quietly with a cup of tea, listening to the birds chirping in the morning, or simply enjoying a moment of stillness can bring a sense of fulfillment that no social event can replace. Peace becomes the most valuable treasure, allowing us to reflect, appreciate life, and truly rest after decades of hard work and responsibilities. Moreover, excessive socializing can sometimes be exhausting rather than fulfilling. In our younger years, we may have forced ourselves into social situations even when we felt drained, just to maintain relationships or meet expectations. But after 70, we gain the wisdom to prioritize our own well-being. We no longer feel the need to attend every event or engage in conversations that do not bring us joy. Instead, we choose meaningful interactions, spending time with family, close friends, or simply being with ourselves in a peaceful environment. Choosing peace over excessive socializing does not mean isolating oneself or rejecting companionship. Rather, it means valuing quality over quantity. A few deep, meaningful conversations with loved ones can be far more enriching than attending numerous social events filled with shallow exchanges. It is about embracing a slower, more mindful way of living, where our mental and emotional well-being take priority over societal expectations. As we grow older, we realize that life is not about how many people we know or how many events we attend. It is about feeling at peace within ourselves. True happiness comes from moments of quiet contentment, from appreciating the simple joys of life without the pressure of constant social engagement. After 70, peace is not just a choice, it is a necessity for a truly fulfilling and joyful life. 3 fewer friends, fewer disappointments after 70. Throughout life, we are often encouraged to build a wide social network, believing that the more friends we have, the richer our lives will be. In our younger years, we invest significant time and energy into maintaining friendships, attending social gatherings, and nurturing connections. However, as we grow older, we come to understand an important truth. Not all friendships withstand the test of time, and not all relationships bring genuine happiness. After 70, having fewer but more meaningful friendships can lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling life, free from unnecessary disappointment. One of the biggest challenges of maintaining a large social circle is dealing with expectations and potential letdowns. The more people we allow into our lives, the higher the chances of experiencing misunderstandings, conflicts, or even betrayal. At this stage of life, we have already endured countless disappointments, friends who disappeared during difficult times, relationships that faded despite our efforts, and people who only stayed when they needed something from us. Instead of continuing to invest in unstable or one-sided relationships, we begin to value quality over quantity. Having a few genuine, trustworthy friends is far more rewarding than surrounding ourselves with many superficial acquaintances. Moreover, as we age, our priorities shift. We no longer feel the need to please everyone or maintain friendships that drain our energy. We learn to let go of relationships that do not bring us joy, freeing ourselves from unnecessary emotional burdens. By reducing the number of people we rely on, we also minimize the risk of disappointment. We become more selective, choosing to spend time with those who truly care, understand, and support us. This shift in perspective does not mean complete isolation. It simply means embracing the wisdom that comes with age, the understanding that peace and happiness come from within, not from the number of friends we have. Meaningful companionship is important, but it should be based on mutual respect, trust, and sincerity. A few close friends who genuinely care are enough to bring joy and emotional support without the complications and disappointments that often come with larger social circles. After 70, life should be about simplicity, peace, and emotional stability. By keeping our circle small and filled with genuine connections, we protect ourselves from unnecessary pain and focus on what truly matters, living each day with contentment and gratitude. In the end, having fewer friends does not mean being lonely. It means choosing quality over quantity, and in doing so, finding deeper happiness and inner peace. For time becomes more precious after 70. As we journey through life, time often feels abundant. In our younger years, we may take it for granted, filling our days with endless responsibilities, social commitments, and distractions. We assume there will always be another day, another opportunity, another chance to do what truly matters. However, as we reach 70 and beyond, time begins to take on a new meaning. It is no longer something we can waste carelessly. It becomes our most valuable asset. Every moment is precious, and how we choose to spend it determines the quality of our remaining years. At this stage in life, we become more aware that time is finite. Unlike in our youth, when we could afford to delay our dreams or postpone meaningful experiences, we now recognize the importance of living fully in the present. This realization changes our priorities. We no longer feel the need to engage in unnecessary obligations or maintain relationships that bring little joy. Instead, we focus on what truly enriches our lives, whether it is spending time with loved ones, pursuing a long-held passion, or simply enjoying the beauty of a quiet morning. This newfound awareness also teaches us the value of saying no. When we were younger, we often felt pressured to meet social expectations, attend gatherings we did not enjoy, or engage in activities that drained our energy. Now we understand that every hour spent on something meaningless is an hour taken away from something truly fulfilling. We become more selective, choosing only the experiences and relationships that bring us happiness, peace, and a sense of purpose. Additionally, as time becomes more precious, we learn to slow down and savor the little things. We take pleasure in simple joys, a heartfelt conversation, a walk in nature, a favorite book, or a moment of quiet reflection. We no longer rush through life, chasing after things that do not truly matter. Instead, we embrace the beauty of the present, finding fulfillment in each passing day. Ultimately, reaching 70 is not just about aging. It is about gaining the wisdom to appreciate what we once overlooked. When we understand the true value of time, we begin to live more intentionally, making each moment count. In doing so, we discover that life, even in its later years, can be rich, meaningful, and deeply rewarding. 5. Your best companion is yourself. As we grow older, we realize that the most reliable and understanding companion we have in life is ourselves. When we were younger, we often sought validation, companionship, and comfort from others. We surrounded ourselves with friends, colleagues, and social circles, believing that external connections were the key to happiness. However, as we reach our 70s and beyond, we come to a profound realization. The one person who has been with us through every joy and sorrow, every success and failure, every triumph and mistake, is ourselves. Learning to enjoy our own company is one of the greatest gifts of aging. Instead of relying on others for fulfillment, we find peace in solitude. We no longer feel the need to constantly seek social interactions or keep up with the fast-paced world around us. Instead, we embrace quiet moments, using them for self-reflection, growth, and inner peace. There is a deep sense of contentment in knowing that we are enough, that our thoughts, experiences, and personal joys are sufficient to bring us happiness. As time passes, we also become more selective about who we let into our lives. We no longer tolerate toxic relationships, unnecessary drama, or people who drain our energy. Instead of forcing connections for the sake of company, we prioritize meaningful interactions with those who genuinely care. And when no one is around, we find solace in our own presence. We learn to enjoy activities that bring us personal fulfillment, whether it's reading, writing, gardening, painting, or simply sitting in a peaceful place, lost in thought. Being comfortable with ourselves also means understanding and accepting who we are, without the pressure to impress or prove anything to anyone. We have lived long enough to know our strengths, weaknesses, dreams, and regrets. We stop seeking approval because we realize that our worth is not defined by others. This self-awareness allows us to be truly free, making decisions based on what makes us happy, rather than what society expects. At 70 and beyond, self-companionship is not loneliness. It is a powerful form of self-love. It is about embracing who we are, cherishing our own presence, and realizing that we are our own best friend. When we reach this understanding, life becomes lighter, more peaceful, and deeply fulfilling. 6. Letting go opens the door to a more meaningful life. As we grow older, we come to understand that holding on, whether to past regrets, grudges, or the need for control, only weighs us down. In our youth, we may have clung tightly to expectations, relationships, or ambitions, believing that they defined our worth. However, with age comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes the realization that true peace and happiness arise not from grasping, but from letting go. When we learn to release what no longer serves us, we open the door to a life that is lighter, freer, and more meaningful. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means choosing to move forward without the unnecessary burdens of the past. Many of us have experienced disappointment, perhaps a dream that never came true, a relationship that ended in pain, or a mistake that left us with lingering regret. But dwelling on these things only steals the joy of the present. By accepting that we cannot change the past, we free ourselves from its hold and make space for new experiences, new joys, and new perspectives. We also learn to let go of toxic relationships and the need for approval. In younger years, we may have tried to please everyone, to fit into social expectations, or to maintain relationships that drained our energy. But as we age, we realize that our time and peace of mind are far more valuable. We become more comfortable with walking away from negativity and embracing the people and experiences that truly bring us joy. The need to prove ourselves fades, replaced by a quiet confidence that comes from within. Perhaps one of the most profound forms of letting go is releasing the illusion of control. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much we plan or worry, we cannot control everything. Accepting this truth allows us to live with greater ease, embracing life as it comes rather than resisting it. When we stop clinging to how things should be, we begin to appreciate life as it is, with all its imperfections and beauty. Letting go is not just an act of release, it is an act of trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in the journey of life, and trust that by making room for what truly matters, we will experience a deeper, more fulfilling existence. When we learn to let go, we finally begin to live. As we age, one of the most valuable lessons we learn is the power of letting go. Holding on to regrets, past mistakes, or relationships that no longer serve us only burdens our hearts and minds. Instead, embracing acceptance and release allows us to move forward with peace and clarity. Letting go does not mean forgetting or giving up. It means making space for joy, wisdom, and new experiences. When we stop dwelling on what could have been, we begin to appreciate what is. The need for external validation fades, replaced by an inner confidence that values authenticity over approval. Moreover, releasing the illusion of control over life's uncertainties brings profound peace. Rather than resisting change, we learn to embrace it with grace, trusting that life unfolds as it should. This shift in mindset allows us to focus on what truly matters: meaningful connections, personal growth, and inner tranquility. In the end, letting go is not a loss but a gift. It frees us from unnecessary burdens and opens the door to a more fulfilling, contented life. By embracing this lesson, we can live our later years with a lighter heart and a deeper sense of peace. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your support. Helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.